Dope, 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 let's get it. I'm a trapping fanatic, that shit automatic, so I cannot turn it on or off. Bitches all on my dick, then she hop on my dick, I'm like, why you keep hopping on and off? Yo, bitch all on my dick, she be doing the most. I tell her, little bitch, she so extra. And my gun up on me, but not run up on me. Niggas, they wanna fight, they some restless.
There should be text inside, not only on fighting styles, but maybe even jutsu that were passed down. Virgil states that he's already been, but he wasn't allowed access to the higher floors until his rank has improved. That makes sense. Rank and strength do determine everything here, so that should also determine how far you get ahead in the library. We can all head there tomorrow together. The next day, the group heads to the library. Naruto then heads into the bottom floor, shocking his team. Naruto, why are you going to the bottom? We have access to the highest level that we can go to. Why not go there? I'll meet you guys there. I'll start here first. Naruto goes down into the beginning level and begins to have Nano scan books since he has a limited time there. After about 200 books are scanned, Naruto continues to walk around until he finds a human statue doing a strange dance movement, it seems. Naruto looks at them, wondering what this truly was. Nano, do a scan of these statues. The statues before you represents a battle dance. A battle dance? Do you mean a fighting style? Naruto looks at the statue, going to the first one in line. Nano, take a picture of all these statues for me. After that's done, Naruto then heads to the second floor and immediately goes to find the statues there as well, as there were some to his surprise. Are all the movements connected? Nano, take another picture of these ones as well. Naruto would keep walking to the center of the room on the third floor and finds even more statues. The difference between these ones and the others was that a gemstone was shining on them. Naruto looks at the placement of this stone and realized that it was a star. This technique, it may be more powerful than I initially realized. After saying goodbye to his teammates, Naruto would take the picture and heads to the training rooms alone. Nano, can you use all the images that we've discovered today to create an augmented reality? Before Naruto, now stands a holographic character that begins to perform each move, but it's underwhelming. I expected way more than that. So what could be missing from this fighting style? And who was this created by? Nano, do you have any data on the past Uzumaki? Not much is known, other than the Red Emperor of the Uzumaki clan. I think I've heard my mother discuss that before. But what do you know about him, Nano? He was known as the strongest Uzumaki, one who could even do battle with the legendary Hashirama and Madara if he chose to do so. His blade dance has been passed down from generation to generation, but has been lost through time. Wait a minute. Blade dance? Nano, add a sword to the augmented character, and then have them perform the movements with it. Naruto watches closely, but even with this, there still seems to be something missing. Just what could it be though? What could it be missing? Naruto sits in thought, wondering what it truly is. Nano, replay my fights for me. Naruto then watches each of them thoroughly, but still can't find the difference, so he decides to ask Nano to play himself next to the augmented figure. Naruto then watches both of them perform their respective moves and notices something. This was a discovery here. He then noticed that himself, he had an explosion of chakra through one of his strikes. Nano, why did that happen? Why did I have that outburst right there? When you swung your blade in that moment, your breathing linked up perfectly. with your chakra and your breathing patterns. Once you exhaled, it caused a chain reaction, which was the outburst in chakra that you've seen. Nano, is it possible for you to correct the breathing patterns or predict them to the statues and the blade style? Yes. Alright, then do that for me. Nano, have it go through only the first floor's movements. Naruto then watches the swings that become more powerful with each step, and with the last upward swing, it shakes the entire room. Naruto stands there in almost disbelief. Could this be what the Red Emperor has passed down to us? Was this really his fighting style that had been lost? No, not lost, but hidden away from those who did not dig deep enough. If I didn't have Nano, I wouldn't be able to find this out either. Nano, can you have the statue's reality use all 3 fours in a combination style? Naruto then watches them closely, and the blade style was almost perfect, but it was still incomplete. There was no flaws in the breathing patterns. Each strike could end a life. The augmented figure had no openings to attack. Not only was it fast, it was surely deadly. Combining it with the star may prove to make the blade technique even stronger. Nano, transfer what we have discovered to my brain. Naruto then feels a rush of information, but he's able to stay conscious and understands perfectly. He pulls out his blade and focuses on his breathing. He takes a step and performs the technique. That was good, it just wasn't as fast as it could have been. Naruto repeats the technique over and over, even losing track of time. Nano, how long have I been doing this? It's been about 4 hours. No way, that can't be. My body, it's not even exhausted yet. I feel like I keep going even further. Nano, play my version of the technique against the one from the library. Naruto steps back watching them go head to head, but he loses. What? But I thought it was the same technique. What could I... Nano, what is the one from the library doing that I am not? The first augmented figure is using its chakra control to flow chakra into specific parts of the character's body at the right time in order to reinforce the strength of its attacks. Naruto puts his hand on his forehead. Damn, if only I had learned the basics in my childhood, it could make this easier. Nano, transfer all the books that we've scanned on chakra flow into my brain. Naruto falls asleep and wakes up 3 hours later with a headache. Not bad, but let's see if I can really do it. Naruto then begins to meditate, allowing his chakra to then flow freely throughout his body. For some reason, this makes him feel even stronger. This is good. Alright, I'll give it a try again. Naruto stands grabbing the blade, just one more time. He then performs the blade technique, unleashing a monstrous amount of chakra that breaks through the room that he was inside. Instructors then run into the room to see his back turn to them. His body was covered in sweat, and he still seemed to be focused. That felt amazing. Could one technique really be this strong? Just how many more steps to this fighting style are there? The instructors then asked Naruto if he was attacked, but he says he released too much of his chakra in the room. All of them then seem to be dumbfounded, as he's so young, so how much of his chakra could he release into this room? And he also doesn't seem to be exhausted. They then, lecture Naruto before taking him to a larger room. Naruto thanks them and heads back to the Division C building. When he arrived, he was shocked to see a crowd of people standing around the building. But just why were there so many people here anyway? Mogai explains to Naruto that they've come for him actually, and to join Division C. That doesn't make any sense, Mogai. Kiyomi then tells Naruto that it's because of the last test and the next one that's coming up soon. Since they passed the last one, They got past the rank of Genin, and they wish to join your division since you are the lowest one. And remember, they can only join if you allow it, because that was one of your rewards from the last test. Naruto gets a flashback of that moment, remembering. Alright, let's see who we have here then. Naruto then walks to the front and sits down, with the other three then standing behind him. He sits in silence for a moment, while the people in front of him begin to beg to be let into his team. Naruto then flares up his 1-star cloak, which seems to get the attention of everyone, but it also seems to be more potent than before, causing silence among the crowd. I do not look for people to just pass each test with. I look for allies who would follow me until my final breath, and even after that. If you truly wish to follow me, stay here. If not, leave me alone. The crowd slowly begins to fade out, with only a few staying. So, it's just you three left. Don't think it'll be that easy to get in. Tell me why each of you should be allowed to join. One with shorter hair steps up. My name is Okimura, and I've studied in the spirit fighting style my entire life. I have mastery of earth and water style. I do not have a star yet, but I'll make sure to gain one so that I can be of use to you. Naruto then turns to Mogai and Virgil, asking what they think of it. Kiyomi turns asking why Naruto didn't ask her. Because you're not even paying attention. She laughs, saying he was right, and then lays back down. Mogai then takes out his large blade and tells Okimura to step to the side and show him. The two begin to engage in combat, with Mogai having the clear advantage. Naruto watches closely. Okimura's movements, they were sharp, and he was precise with his spear. It allows him to keep his distance while also being effective to do damage. Naruto notes that he doesn't seem to be scared of Mogai even though he knows that he's stronger. Naruto lets this continue on for a while before getting them to stop. I've seen enough. You're in. What about you two? The others would stand. My name is Miyashi, and this is Yamisu, my brother. We are looked down upon here, because we are only half Uzumaki, but we will serve you and become useful with our clan's special ability. An ability? A Kekkei Genkai most likely. Now I'm curious, so show me. Miyashi and Yamisu both stand and close one of their fists at the same time. Each of their chakra begins to flow freely, and the color is demonic. The pitch black truly shakes Naruto to his core, but he watches in amazement. I'm already liking these two. Suddenly, the pitch black blades are formed in each of their hands, as their eyes become this color as well. Nano, what is this? This is a Yen-released Kekkei Genkai from the lost Kagehi clan. Not much is known about them besides their shadow fire-like abilities. I see. How many members are left in your clan as of now? Yamisu looks forward to Naruto with a saddened expression. Only about 10, including me and my brother. The rest of the clan remains in the shadows until we return. Naruto then steps down to them. Are you two willing to put your lives on the line for my future that I have envisioned? Both brothers look at each other and then lay the dark blades down to the ground while kneeling. We pledge our dark blades to you, our lord. Good. Now listen to me carefully. When I become the true lord of this place, I'm going to protect your clan, and no one will cross judgment against them as long as they are under my protection. Both brothers almost begin to cry hearing Naruto state this. All of you are in. Mogai, Virgil. Show them around and where they can move their stuff. Kiyomi, you're with me, so let's go. Finally, I was getting bored. See you dorks later. She runs off to catch up with Naruto, who was walking ahead. Okimura then asks Mogai why Kiyomi was the only one going with Naruto. She is his second in command. If there was something to happen to him, he relies on Kiyomi. She was the first person to truly put her trust into our Lord. She's also the second strongest behind him. Naruto and Kiyomi head to the training rooms where Naruto would pick up his blade. So, why are we in this training room? Well, I kinda broke the other one that I had. Leave it to you to destroy something on accident. Anyway, what did you need my help with? Do you know how to perfectly link up your breathing styles and blade strikes? She nods. Well, can you show me? I think I'm having a lot of trouble, and I can't use this technique without learning how to properly do so. I've done my best up until now, but I'm still missing something. Show me what you have so far then. Naruto holds his blade tight and takes a deep breath. He moves fast, swinging in the same motions as the statues, releasing his chakra with each swing. Kiyomi is blown away by this blade style. No, this art being displayed in front of her. It was one of a kind. Naruto stops and looks back at her. So, what do you think? Well, you seem to be doing whatever you're trying to mimic really good. It's just your flow of chakra seems to be too chaotic. What do you mean? Let's see. I'll put it in a simpler way. Think of water flowing down a river. What you're doing is you're trying to swim up against this river, going against the current. It's almost like you have two sources of chakra within your body going against each other, constantly clashing as you move and release it. Naruto sighs, knowing what this means, as Kiyomi would then leave the room, wishing him luck, as she has her own training to do. Naruto sits down. I should have known he can still interfere with my chakra. Nano, send me to the Nine Tails. Naruto closes, then opens his eyes. He stands in front of the gate, with the tail beast looking down at him. Wait a minute. Did you get bigger? It seems that enhancement orb was useful after all. Kurama, I need you to do me a favor. No. Naruto then gains a blank expression. What do you mean no? All you have to do is match my flow of chakra and stop trying to go against me. Why would you not do that? It helps both of us out. Watch your tone. You speak to me as if we're equals when we are clearly not. Naruto sighs. Nano, is there an equal contract seal of some sort that I can do with the tail beast? Yes, but if you do this, it is quite dangerous. I don't have time to care how much danger it is. Let's just go ahead and do it. The next test is being set up at this very moment. I could not afford to lose and be sent out of this place. Naruto then goes to the seal and begins to rip off the paper. Once it's off, he rolls up his sleeve, as there was an armhole, so Naruto stuck his arm in and his seal began to glow. He then jumps back as the gate is broken open by the beast. I thought you wanted to be my equal. Do you truly believe you deserve my respect and power? Naruto then smirks, activating his chakra cloak. Nano, stay on standby. This is going to be our hardest fight yet. A tail beast bomb is then launched at Naruto, who evades it and runs to the Nine Tails. He runs up his arm, dodging the other that tries to slam down at him, and then chakra begins to surround his leg. He sends the Nine Tails flying back with a kick as it lands on the ground. I know you've been watching, so you know I've grown stronger than I used to be. The beast smirks. If you think that one little kick will allow you to take my power, this will be the death of you. The two run back at each other and Naruto jumps in the air, dodging the tails of the beast. Nano, transfer the Rasengan file to my brain. Naruto then blocks another tail but is sent flying. Damn, he's tougher than I thought. But let's do this. Naruto forms a blade of chakra in his hand, using what he saw earlier in the day, and then uses the flying Raijin to blitz the tail beast. He then gets right behind him, and when Kurama turns around, he sees a giant Rasengan being slammed down on him. He just manages to block with his tail for only a moment, as then he's able to see something. As his tail clashes with the Rasengan, he's able to see into Naruto's memory, feeling his pain. This catches the beast off guard, allowing Naruto to land another attack right after this. This sends the Ninetales on its back, as Naruto jumps on his right arm, surrounding his own in chakra. Naruto then punches down on it as Nano, he shouts out for Nano to take over and form the equal contract. Naruto would look down, seeing the dark red chakra begin to cover his arm. Nano, what's going on? The Ninetales is using its own malice and chakra to take over your body. You'll have to use your own chakra to combat it. Naruto then flares up his chakra cloak, and the white chakra begins to go against the chakra of the Ninetales. Still, it seems the Ninetales has the advantage and ends up covering his entire arm. Seeing this, Naruto smirked. Alright, I'll go all in then. Naruto activates his star and then begins to consume the arm of the Ninetales with his white chakra. As it continues to spread around the Ninetales' body, the beast begins to laugh. If only you weren't foolish enough to increase my own power. The Ninetales releases his own glowing chakra cloak, and Naruto becomes completely consumed, except for his head. He tries to get Nano to help, but he can do nothing. Naruto's face is almost covered when the seal on his arm begins to glow, which leads him to falling on the ground in a new bright area. Wait a minute, where am I now? You've grown so big, Naruto. Naruto looks up, hearing a familiar voice, as he sees Kushina, his mother. No. This isn't a trick, right? That's really you. She nods and Naruto runs into her arms crying. It's okay, my son. I've been watching over you this entire time, waiting for this moment. But I promised not to cry again until after I got my revenge. I'm sorry, mother. It is fine, but make sure you listen to me carefully. Give up revenge. What? What are you saying, mother? They must pay for what they did to you. Tell me, son. What are you going to do after you get your revenge? What's next after that? Your life doesn't end there, so neither should your goals. Strive for more than just revenge. Even forgive those who do you wrong in your heart. It's okay to let the pain go. As if it is held, it would only breed more pain in the future. I've already forgiven them, but you need to do so as well. That is the only way you can overcome the threats right in front of you. Naruto continues to cry in her arms, listening to her words, and after a short time, he wipes his tears. He tries his hardest, but he truly can't forgive them. His mother then hugs him one last time. Let it all go. Stop fighting for revenge, and now fight for all the ones you care for. Naruto's eyes would widen hearing this, remembering his friends in the Leaf Village, and the friends that he's made here. He begins to smile, returning back. Kurama sees that Naruto's body was completely covered. This is the end for you, Naruto. As he says this, a shining light then comes in the form of 2 stars. Naruto then appears, once again smiling, as he breaks through the red chakra that was holding his body. He almost had me there, but let's end this now. Naruto begins to yell out, releasing as much of his power as he can. A blinding light illuminates the dark room, and when it goes away, the area that we see is completely different. The water was now clear, and the lighting in the room was more graceful. Naruto turns around being amazed as what was before him. A voice then says, "You've passed the test." Naruto then turns in that direction, seeing a white fox sitting there with golden eyes, white fur with orange tips. "Kurama, is that you?" "Who else could it be, you foolish human? This is my true form that you've unlocked by dispelling the hatred from your heart. We are no longer separated as two beings. We will now truly be working as one, Naruto." The boy looks at his seal to see that it's taken a different shape as well. The fox holds up its paw, revealing the same seal. Naruto smirks. "So, we're truly allies now, aren't we?" "Yes, so do not disappoint me." "I won't." Naruto opens his eyes, feeling an immense surge of chakra flowing through his body. He picks up the blade one last time, just to truly see if he can perform it. He then performs the blade technique. With each swing, he feels lighter. There was so much force behind each of his steps. His breathing was calm, yet it felt so urgent and powerful. Naruto finishes the technique and stands there. "Master." "Yes, Nano?" "After analyzing what I know of the Red Emperor and his data, what you are currently using is known as the 7-star blade dance.